Sana Khan and you're watching MediCircle. Today we are pleased to meet Shailendra Ahuja, who has founded a brand Babu or Babu Suit with sub-brands focused on automation covering manufacturing industry, school automation, retail automation, hospital automation. He is a business consultant and a software consultant. Until now, he has worked with 150 plus technologies. Hi Shailendra, welcome to our show.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm also good.
Okay. So here we begin with, how does Babu Suit help with hospital automation?
Okay, let me introduce first about what Babu Suit is and from where the word Babu came in. If you go at the back in the past, we used to use the word with the name of Babu to the people who are working as an officer in the government institution. So from there we have taken this word, uh, and Babu Suit we have created to provide all kind of automation solutions in different fields. Either it's in schools, either you are working on the more on the paper side working, so we have a paperless product also. If you are working on industrial automation, we have that. We are working on hospitals, we have that. So if we talk about the hospital or automation, so like softwares are already in there. So what we are doing, there is one of the major thing that is required, the live update about the patients on the doctor side, one thing. And for that, gadgets are available with them when even when the patients are roaming around the hospital. Sometimes doctors are not there and
Right.
they are leaving their room. So we have that kind of technology where we can track those patients on even a 1 meter of distance if they are traveling. So we know where from where and how they are going. If they are going from top to bottom, first floor to second floor, one room to another room, if they're leaving their room, roaming freely. So that is easily trackable, and we can also set up the alarm on that so that people get to know where they were going.
Okay.
So this is one part of the hospital automation. Apart from that, in hospital automation, we do take care of all the stuffs like when, for example, there are patients coming regular to you who are older, and at home, sometimes their families are not able to take care of them well.
Mhm.
So we have a gadget which can be embedded with them on their hands, like a wristwatch, which is already, it's very common now. You also do the biometric testing with you. You
Right.
have a gadget in your hand which tells you your BP and other stuff. So that is integrated with the solution, and it gives the alert to the doctor when it goes beyond a particular point.
Right.
So overall automation we talk about, so it depends upon how an hospital want to automate their solution, how much they are willing to go for. So there is no extent and there is no limitation about automation. It's uh, we can elaborate, we can expand it as much as possible. So whatever automation people are looking for nowadays, uh, I must say IT nowadays enable us to provide everything which you want is possible in this world.
Right.
So you can get anything that you want in your automation process.
Right. Okay. So my next question is that business product and revenue model is your own design business strategy theory. How did this
Yeah.
thought come to you to save a
Yeah.
product or a company?
Actually, I have started working from my from the second year of my college,
Okay.
and in the third year of my college, I have make a company profitable with the name of layerpanel.com. From
Okay.
there, this idea came in. I named it. There is a model, very popular model you can see on YouTube, where people on a chain structure in a networking way get their money when they show ad on their platform. So that is the actual model which I have created for layered panel, and after that it is now implemented everywhere. So from there I came to understand, when we do talk about business consulting, first of all there are two type of consultant, business consultant. One is functional consultant, operational consultant, and one is a proper business consultant, a consultant that we do,
Right.
where we create your business strategies, product strategies, marketing strategies, uh, or go to the marketing strategies and other strategies, that is like sales and all. So BPRM is a concept where we not only work on the consulting part of your business, we also work on your product. So
Right.
if you see, there are many good products in the market which failed. There are very good companies who are doing very good marketing, still that business fails up. So what is the most common thing which is affecting? Either your product is not good, either is not, your product is not well presentable, Or the third thing, which already we do the consulting part. There are lots of business consultant who works on that. The one thing that we have added up in here, it's product. So we work on business product revenue model. So
Right.
combinedly, with the help of this, we came to understand where the product is lacking, where the business is lacking, and we make them work well. So the terminology came from that BPRM, that is business product revenue model, that we create. And yes, we have saved many companies with the help of it. And I add one more thing here. The last, I saved a company within just 7 days. They have consumed all your money, all their money they have already consumed. And it just take 3 days for me to make them profitable. Within just 3 days, they start getting money. And within next 4 days, they are that much confident about the product that they have invested from their own pocket near about 1.5 CR. Even I have introduced one investor to them who is also willing to invest, and the company grows up to 10 people to 60 people within the next 6 months, where
Okay.
they decided to close the company within the next 7 days.
So this is how you save a product or a company.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Paper Babu is a very well thought strategy for helping the environment and money. How does it help
Yes.
in providing paperless solutions?
So how Paper Babu works, like what we have done, if you see, you need paper for how many, when you need a paper, you need a person who is coming for an interview to yourself. They send you a paper, they come with the printout. So that is one part. Second, in the HR department, you do a lot of paperwork.
Right.
And all those paperworks are easy to work over a document on your system itself. And whenever you want it to be printed out, it need to be in that particular fashion. So what we have done, you just have to scan your document, provide the markers on the document, and it will automatically creates a proper functional form with you. You just have to create that form, and after that you can get a PDF generated of from that particular data that you have entered. You can download it, you can print out it, and also at the same time you can manipulate all your data. But whereas if you go with your general way, where you give your paperless product to some paper product to someone, paper sheets, they write up on these, then you make them enter. It's very typical for you to manipulate all those data further, and again to get a proper structured printout in that. Here I give one more very small example here. uh, uh, if you're using bank services, so whenever you take a form from them, there is a barcode written over there.
Right.
There is a barcode comes over there. So if you want to automate that form, you need to design it all everywhere. So there are many products right now who are doing it. You have to design the form online, you have to create, and if you see the form, it is having 4 to 6 pages and it is very huge. So
Right.
what we have done, you just have to scan it, enable the barcode. Every time someone comes on the bank site, open the form, it will come up directly with the barcode, and you can see it live printed on the PDF screen. So your form will be there, which is colorful, which is printable, which is at the same time you're just filling up with the filling that form, just like an online form, just like you write an email. So it's that much easy to collaborate, that much easy to shareable. You can share it with anybody. You can add the password in that to get protected. You can add your signatures. You can manipulate the data even after that. And if you collectively see, it will save a lot of time. And yes, it will save the environment also. That is the environmental thing that came into our mind, that 70 to 80% you can say you can reduce the use of paper with the help of that product.
You have varied experience over the years as a consultant. How does it feel to mentor
Yes.
a startup business?
It's always a great thing to mentor a startup, because every time you got to know something new in their mind.
Right.
Every time you got to learn something new, and at the same time you also get to verify yourself how much you are prepared for the current market. So that let us understand this, because as a mentor I have to update myself a lot every time. Whenever some new technology is coming up, whenever new product is coming up, I do update myself always. So it makes me feel always like I'm a young. I'm still very young. I'm 36, not like that. Or, but yes, but yes, it make me feel I'm still in college. I'm still working as a 21-year-old guy. I still see that passion when I was working from the second year of my college. I was starting my business at that time. So it always take me back to that part, and it always energized me like the way I was energized at that time, and it always boosted me up. Till now, I am still working from 18 hours a day. After mentoring a guy, it's very easy for me to keep up my way of working, my all time duration of my all schedules. It's easy. And a very good example I give you here, there is I have posted something on LinkedIn that I am working on 4 products right now. So there is a startup who try to troll me. He commented like, "We have listened, sir, that from many mentors, if you do one thing at a time, then you will succeed. As you will know, you will not succeed." So he tried to troll me, but yes, that is a very valid question he asked, and I have responded him that you are very right, and every mentor is right. You have to focus on one thing at a time,
Right.
but they didn't said one thing in a day. So what I do, I reply to that guy that I have scheduled my day 4 hours per project, and I give my 4 hours dedicated to that project without giving my time to any other project. This is what the dedication means. So this is what, when we mentor a startup, they sometimes work you up on your comments, on your messages, and they let you understand what people are thinking about it, what they understand you well or not. So it always keep us updated in all the way. And this is something very good. It never came in my mind how I am doing all these things simultaneously. I never, you can say, I haven't quoted it like that, that this is the way I'm doing it. But when he commented, now I always says to the people, when it is about dedication, it means either you are giving 1 hour, give it with full dedication.
So my last question would be, how new startups can find a way to explore the market where already we have excellence available everywhere?
See, when we talk about excellence, there is no parameter that this product has reached up to an excellence. People always try to make a better product in the market, and they always try to reach up to the excellence. Whereas startup are thinking of making an excellent product from the very first day, they are practically going to waste a lot of time, because reaching up to an excellence requires a lot of time investment. So you need to invest a lot of time. You have to need to invest a lot of market survey, practically, which is not possible for a startup. So the best way for them is to start wherever they can start, and then work on make it an excellent product, provide product free in the market, provide that product free to the people to use, and go with the case studies, learn the case studies. And when they launch the product, they choose the people who can buy that as a very minimum price. They can sell it at a very minimum price. So the segment, if they choose a very lower segment, which are the people who are not able to pay more, they have more case studies. They will go to learn a lot from there, because they need much more automation than a very well established hospital.
Right.
So they have to always go with them, and then they can grow one by one by one, and definitely they will reach up to that excellence. They can definitely beat the market.
Okay. Thanks, Shailendra, for your valuable time and your insightful views. It was great talking to you.
Same here, same.
Thank
Thanks for your time.
you.
Thank you.